Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to be taking anything off the Bonneville. I'm just going to do a short video about the fact that a lot of people say that there is no storage facility on the Bonneville, which is quite true, and there's no toolkit, which is slightly untrue. I'll come to that in a minute. But most machines, even naked bikes, they have a compartment under the seat where you can put a toolkit, or even if there's a toolkit supplied, or you can maybe store a set of waterproofs or something. On the Bonneville, there's absolutely nothing. And occasionally, I mean, I have a little thing I can put on the rack, a little bag I can put on the rack, and sometimes I use, if you're going out for the day, you can use your backpack. I've got a tank bag, but sometimes you just want to jump on the bike and go out, which you can do. But if you're like me, maybe it's because I was a boy scout in my much younger years, and the motto was, I think, be prepared. I hate going out without anything. I've got my multi-tool that is always in my pocket. So that's got a pair of pliers on, my leather multi-tool. It's always in my jacket pocket. So I've got a pair of pliers, I've got a blade, I've got a Phillips screwdriver, a plain screwdriver, whatever. But the biggest issue with biking is punctures. So you'd like to carry a puncture kit, a few fuses and bits of tape, and something. Even if you're going a short distance, be prepared. So today I'm just going to go through what I do personally with my Bonneville, with my 865 Bonneville. Now the 2016 onwards, with the water-cooled Bonnevilles, the T120s and the T100s, I don't know. I don't know if they have any storage under the seat or what. I don't know. But this is specifically for mine is an 09 Bonneville. For the 865, probably the carb versions, I believe they're the same. They don't have any storage. So I'm going to go through what I do to be prepared, if you like, Boy Scout or not. So we'll go through it now. Right, as I mentioned earlier, I always carry the multi-tool. This is the Leatherman fuse. As we know, there's loads of multi-tools on the market. Some are good, some are not so good, but this is the Leatherman fuse that I use. So you've got your pair of pliers, you've got Phillips screwdriver, you've got flat screwdriver, pair of scissors, just the basics. But I do carry also the Leatherman. This is like a little accessory thing, and you've got a driver there that fits on the end of the square. There's a square section in there, and it gives you a set of Allen keys up to not a very big size, but at least you've got a set of Allen keys in there as well. And a lot of these are Allen keys. And I believe you can even get a set of Torx bits that will fit as well. So I've got the pure basics in there, and I keep that just in a little pouch. And so I have got a very, very basic toolkit. We're talking here about a lever nut might come loose, or your mirror might come loose. I mean, you're not looking at anything massive. But I can take a bulb, so I can carry spare bulbs when I can take a lens off and change a bulb. So that's that. The other thing I do carry wherever I go is my RAC card. I mean, I've got a RAC covers the bike. So if the worst happens, I can get home. AA, green flag, whatever. So you've got that as well. So now I'll dispel this myth about the Bonneville not coming with a toolkit. Right, Bonneville toolkit. So we'll take this right-hand side panel off. I'll use the multi-tool just to show that in the case for normally you'd use a screwdriver in this. You can get the knurled ones that you can take off, but I haven't bothered. So out with that. Pop that off. There we have the toolkit. See if I can get it out. I haven't had this one out for, there it is, one Allen key. There's your toolkit. Now, that's got two purposes, that Allen key, and a lot of people know about the first one, but they don't know about the second one. The first one is to undo the 2 seat bolts so you can take the seat off. Although I've changed mine to the longer extended ones, I'll show you that in a minute. I've changed mine to the longer extended ones. The second use, which a lot of people don't realise, is for adjusting the shock absorber. So you've got your little hole there. You pop it in the hole and you can adjust the preload backwards and forwards. It's quite short, but you can do it. You can use it for that. A lot of owners don't realise that you can use it for adjusting the preload on the shock absorbers as well. You can use anything basically, a Phillips screwdriver, anything that will go in that hole and turn it round. So there is a toolkit with the Bonneville. Now it's time to dispel this malicious rumour that there is no storage under the seat of the Bonneville. I'm going to take the seat off now. I'm going to use my multi-tool, the screwdriver on my multi-tool. As I said, I've changed the fasteners on here. I'll show you in a moment. I've changed the fasteners on here, so the Allen key is useless to me. Although I still leave it where it is. I'm going to use the multi-tool. In the garage, I would normally use a long screwdriver, but because I said I've always got that in my pocket, and if I'm out on the road, I haven't got a long screwdriver. So I'll use this, and we'll whip the seat off and show you this mysterious storage. Here we go. You see, I changed mine. Normally they were way down inside there, the original screws. I changed mine to the extended ones. You can get these either from Motone or Tech Bike Parts. There's several companies that sell them. Basically, it brings the head of the screw right out here. I mean, the original Allen key, it's a real pain even with that to try and do it. They're socket Allen heads when they're the original ones. But I put these extended ones in, so you can basically do them by hand with your fingers. But as you can see, I've put screwdriver slots in mine because what happened, or what I found was, they're still awkward to get at, and you tighten them up as tight as you can with your finger and thumb. But there have been reports of them vibrating loose. So I put a couple of screwdriver slots in them. I tighten them up by hand, and then I just give them a nip, and I've had no trouble. So there's the old multi-tool. I'll just start them off with the multi-tool. There we go. 1, 2. Then you can undo them by hand then. Come on. There's one. There they are. There's the extended ones, and as you can see, I'll just put a hacksaw blade through, just to give them that extra little nip, so they don't come loose. Right, here we have it. The mysterious Bonneville underseat storage. There it is. You've got a little gap there. I wouldn't call it storage, I'd call it a little gap. I don't know, it's the width between the frame rails, about 5 inches by about 1.5 inches, something like that. You've got the battery and the ECU in there, you've got all these relays here. So there isn't a lot of room anyway, but that little gap there, I'm sure it wasn't meant for storage, but basically what I keep in there is my puncture kit. This is the Cargill turn and go system. I've taken it out of the packaging. I've wrapped it up in a waterproof bag as tight as I can, and as you can see, it just fits in there. So this kit consists of 4 or 5 CO2 canisters to inflate the tyre once you've repaired it, a little adapter to put on the valve to get the CO2 in. Oh, you do get a pair of pliers, which I don't put in the packaging, because if I did, I wouldn't get it in under the seat, but I've got my multi-tool, so I've got my pliers and my cutters on my multi-tool. So anyway, and you get the plugs on a piece of chalk to mark up where the hole is in the tyre. So basically what you do, you remove the screw, nail, whatever it is, with your with your pliers or your, in my case, multi-tool. You then take one of the plugs, which is like a long plastic, as you can see on the pictures, like a long plastic screw with a tab on the end, and you basically screw that into where the nail or the screw was. You screw it in as far as you can, and you snap the end off, and then you use the pliers or the cutters just to chop it off flush, and it is an emergency repair. I believe my son-in-law had a puncture a few weeks ago in his BMW, and he had to call the, because as we know, a lot of cars now, they don't have a spare wheel. Mine doesn't. It has a repair kit. But he called the RAC, and they used a system very, very similar to this just to get him home. In fact, it might have been this one. But anyway, that's the system I use. It is an emergency repair, as I say. How good the CO2 cylinders are, I don't know, because I'm tempting fate here, I know. I haven't had to use it. I'm not superstitious, but I think I am tempting fate. Anyway, CO2 cylinders, people say they don't put enough air in, but I'm sure they'll put enough in to get you to a garage and pump it up. Now, if I'm out for a full day, or you know, I've got my rucksack or my pack on here, or my time, I've got a little rechargeable compressor pump type thing that I'll carry. But basically, if I'm caught out, I'm hoping that, and you can see, it just fits in there, and you can get the seat back on. So there we have it. The puncture kit under the seat. So we've covered the punctures, so that's under the seat. What else do I carry? Well, the side panels, you can see I've already took the one side off to show you the Allen key, but under the left hand side cover, here we have it. What I've done, you clean the inside. I've taped on the inside with some of this Gorilla tape. I've got a selection of cable ties there, and a piece of quite a long piece of soft wire. You never know, you can fix things on that have fell off. Cable ties are always handy. So in there, I've got a set of cable or a selection of cable ties. So if you clean the inside of the cover and you use any good quality duct tape or whatever, this, as I say, I use Gorilla tape. They've been in there for a few years now. No sign of coming loose. This is the left-hand side, as I say. You can't get a lot in there because it's the side where the air cleaner is. So that's what I carry in the left-hand side. So that covers anything that might drop off or that might need cable tying. Now, the other side, the right-hand side, which is where the fuse box is, what I keep in there, same again, clean the inside, use some Gorilla tape or whatever. I'm not sponsored by Gorilla tape, by the way. But anyway, in there I've got a packet of fuses. You can see there. These are the fuses that are required in that fuse box. So make a note of the fuses that are in you. I think there's one spare fuse in the fuse box. I think it's for the main circuit, 20 amp or 25 amp. Anyway, I've got a selection of mini blade fuses in there that are relevant to that fuse box. So I think I've got 2 of each for whatever reason. And the other thing I get in there, as you can see, those are flat, so they go in easily. Now in that little package there, I've got 2 bulbs. And the 2 bulbs that I carry are one indicator bulb and one stop and tail lamp bulb. The headlight bulb, I don't. If the dipped headlight goes, you can always use main beam to get you back. But basically, now to get those in that side cover, you've got to be very careful. That is at the bottom. If you look when this is on the machine, that is at the bottom and to one side. It's a bit of trial and error, because if you put them here, you won't get the cover back on. So I've just wrapped the bulbs up in a little bit of bubble wrap, taped them up, and then taped them inside there. And there's only one position, and unless somebody can tell me different at a later date, that you'll get them in. So I've got a brake light bulb or stop and tail lamp. Excuse me, stop and tail lamp, and indicator bulb. And with the multi-tool, obviously, you can get the lenses off and change them. So that's what I carry that's what I carry if I'm not carrying a rucksack or anything like that. They're always with the machine, so if I'm out, they're there. And this is just a personal thing. So you might not bother. And at the end of the day, if you have something major go wrong, you've got your RAC card or your recovery or your other recovery, whatever. But basically, that's what I carry. Hope this video has been of some assistance. And if I can, I'll ask you to like and subscribe. It does help, and it's very much appreciated. It helps me to see what's been watched on the channel, and so I can make the videos to suit. There have been a lot of in the garage videos, but the weather, it has warmed up a little bit, so hopefully I'll get out and about a bit more shortly. But anyway, that's it for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.